It's the Dempster Highway, one of the most unforgiving roads in all of North America. And today, we're here for a very special purpose. We're actually going to be spending the next several days on one of the biggest, most epic adventures of our lives. This Cybertruck right here and this Cybertruck right here are about to embark on a nearly 500-mile trek to make it all the way to the Arctic Ocean. Now, many people have said it's impossible, you can't do this, and we've heard from people even just as recently as yesterday that we're not gonna make it. And we have some tricks under our sleeves, but just know this, these two electric vehicles are powered by electricity, they're not hybrid, there are no generators in the back of these. We are legitimately going all electric from here to the Arctic Ocean, which is about 470 miles away. Now, along the way, we do have a couple of stops. The first stop is Eagle Plains, which is about 250 miles into the journey. And then about 220 miles is our second stop, which is a town called Inuvik. And then finally, in Tuktoyaktuk is our final destination, which is the Arctic Ocean, about 85 miles at the end. To be able to do this, we do have to charge along the way. And this morning, we charged at our last charger. The northernmost charger on this route is in Dawson City, which is where we started this morning about 25 miles ago. So we still have about 230 miles to go from this point here to get to our first stop. Charged to 100%. To make it there, we're gonna have to be very careful on how we drive, if we're using the heater, how much we're using the heater. There's a lot in play. And as you can see from the vehicles, our wonderful sponsors, of course, have helped us to outfit these vehicles to be as well prepared for the route as possible. Now, the Dempster is notorious for being unpredictable, and we did not plan on having snow on this route. We were planning to be here in and out before the first snowfall of the year, and unfortunately last night the first snowfall did hit. So this is just another obstacle that we must overcome, and we must figure out how to be as efficient as possible, still make it to our destination, but still prove to everybody that electric vehicles can do this. And along the route, we're going to be making sure that those who come after us are equally able to do this trip as well. Because of our amazing sponsors, once again, we have brought some level 2 destination chargers with us. And with these chargers, we plan on being able to leave some along the route so that those of you who see this adventure are inspired and want to do this yourself, you're hopefully going to be able to do this a lot easier than we're doing it ourselves. So paving the way for those after us is a critical point of the mission of this trip. We're not just here as tourists, we're not just here to have some fun, we're here to help prove that it's possible. We're here to help prove that we can do this and to also pave the way for those who come after us. At the end of this trip, we hope to leave an impact for not just the EV community, not just for ourselves, but also the communities that are hundreds of miles ahead of us. There are several locations along the way who have to live in some of the most extreme environments, have to fend for themselves and figure out how to do this in a sustainable way that takes care of nature that is surrounding us. And by the time we are done, we're hoping to usher in a new group of tourism into these communities to help with the local economies. So it's not just about being able to charge, it's also about being able to do it in a responsible way. We can't just fire up a coal-powered plant in the middle of this untouched nature. We have to do it responsibly, and as we continue to go through this trip, we're planning on discussing these challenges with some of the locals and what they're doing to deal with this today, and how technology available today can be used as an amazing solution to some of these problems and some of the unique things that they've already started doing in these communities to help manage it. So join us on this epic adventure as we take these two Cybertrucks where you have told us they cannot go, and we make an impact that matters. In the next couple of days, you're gonna see for yourself why the future is now.
Read my eyes, do I want to stay? If you thought you weren't made that way, it's the choices we make. We give and take, and I know you will keep trying. Said I think I know what you mean. Pretty good for a dumb machine, and you gave me that smile. We stood there for a while. That was when you woke me up. All this time I didn't know I had my heart on standby. That it is love that I am feeling inside. What it means to be a human.
All this time I've been a fool for not seeing you shine.
emotions made of steel. What was I?
My friends, I'm here in the city of Dawson, where we are charging for the last time in the city. This morning we leave towards Eagle Plains as part of our route to the Arctic Ocean. It promises to be a very adventurous drive. There's already rumors that there's about a foot of snow up there on the way through the Dempster Highway in a particular section at the border of Northwest Territories. But we're ready for it. Wish us luck. See you on the other side.
The Arctic Cybertruck is brought to you by Christopher Lee Jones, author of Mars Mission 1, Surviving the Kessler Effect, Unplugged Performance, the world leader in premium performance upgrades for Tesla vehicles. Featured on both trucks are Unplugged Performance's 2 new designs of fully forged wheels made specifically for the Cybertruck, Inspired Overland, the maker of high-quality overlanding equipment such as the rooftop tents top of our trucks, EV-Ject, the maker of the only EV charging connector that allows you to safely disconnect and drive away in an emergency, all without ever leaving your vehicle. Urander, a small startup who have designed and are manufacturing the racks that you see featured on the back of our trucks. Enhance Auto, who have been unlocking new features for Teslas for many years now. With the recent release of the Sexy Knob, you can now activate even more features in a new, stylish, simple way. Magback, with the successful release of the Magback phone mount and charger for the Sexy lineup, Magback has now released their Cybertruck version. Test Bros, who sells just about any Tesla accessory you can think of, having such a wide offering makes Test Bros a true one-stop shop for all your Tesla accessory needs. And Rotopacks, the go-to recovery gear and storage solutions for overlanding anywhere in the world. So here we are at the entrance to Tombstone Park, and as you can see, it's quite a magnificent view that we have in front of us. We are taking our first stop at roughly the first 1/4 mark for the first leg of this trip. As you can see, the road conditions have had their impact on our trucks. We're starting to change colors already. Raphael,
What's happening?
how's the truck going?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
See, do you like the new design?
I do like the new design. It is a completely different color. I'm more interested though on efficiency in your truck. So let's head into your truck. Let's take a look at what's going on in yours. Okay, so you're sitting at 517 watt-hour per mile, which is actually more efficient than I'm getting. You were at 5% at the beginning, correct? Estimated arrival?
When we actually departed, it said 11%,
Okay.
and then it started going down.
Yeah, mine was at 8% when we left. I'm sitting at 7%. So I've been keeping a close eye on this page because this is giving me a good idea of how much more or less we're using. And it says I'll arrive at like 7% in this moment.
Yeah.
So 7% and 3%, those are the numbers we want to keep a close eye on. But as you can see on the chart though, we've got this hill climb right here coming up ahead, and that'll be a big drop. But after that, we'll be in a more flat, stable ground than we are so far, which should be even more efficient. But your efficiency is pretty good compared to mine. That is, of course, with these massive KO3s, which are pretty awesome tires. So no complaints there. But I think with that, we're gonna keep going, but we want to keep a close eye on this kind of stuff and make sure that the efficiency doesn't become a problem so that we can absolutely make it, because that's not the right way to start this trip. All right, so we passed the halfway point a little bit ago. We're 134 miles in and 120 miles to go. We're sitting at 52%. Efficiency has been really good that second quarter, 278 watt-hour per mile, which is amazing. Bringing our average down to a very respectable 422 watt-hour per mile. Looking at that graphically, we're doing really well. Let's go over to Raphael's truck and take a look. But man, what a view. This is quite spectacular. All right, so let's see where you guys are sitting at. What do we got, 49%? Is that what I'm, 49, okay. And your efficiency since charge, 419. So man, we're both like spot on with each other. 134 miles in. The gap here, I'm at 12%, you're at 9%. So still sitting right in with what the trucks are predicting, plus 5% from the last stop, 4% from when we left. So yeah, that's good. That's very good to see. So everything's looking very consistent and giving additional confidence that one of the trucks isn't going to be falling behind the other, because that would be bad. But no, very consistent, looking good. And it almost looks like we're in Iceland at the moment, which is pretty amazing. Pretty close. We have 68 miles to go, which is pretty good. Still decent efficiency overall. 428 1 hour per mile over the last 186 miles, and making some pretty good progress here. This will be our last stop before getting to Eagle Plains at the motel, and we're at this beautiful spot. I think we're at the peak right now. We'll take you out there. It's very, very foggy, so it's hard to see, but you can kind of get the idea of what we're looking at here. Looking across the valley here, it's very foggy, but the river runs down there that you can see, and there's a whole mountain range on the other side. So this is a pretty spectacular view, even with the fog. But man, before that fog came in, even just 10 minutes ago, we could see the other mountains, but those have since been covered up. So now we're kind of up in the clouds, as it appears, up here to the tippy top. The good news is that we are here in Eagle Plains, which is great. I arrived, I think, at 7%, and Raphael is sitting here at 3%, so about pretty close to what was anticipated when we set off. The problem is this: everybody that we've talked to at Eagle Plains about getting these chargers installed, well, let's just say they're not available at the moment. So we're trying to figure out what we're supposed to do right now. So this is a fun obstacle that we're gonna have to figure out. But the plan was to get here, and in the shop behind me back here, there's at least a plug, and we've been working with them to get a charger installed here. So I'm not sure where we stand at this moment, but we're gonna go back inside and see if they had a chance to get a hold of another person who works on the maintenance side in the shop. So stay tuned. So there's a bit of a change of plans, basically. As you can see, we're in the shop, which is great. But Stan, we didn't get here in time to meet with him, unfortunately. And because of that, we have to wait till the morning to work through the details of charging. But in the meantime, shout out to Carlos. He was able to get us connected to the outlets that they have here in the shop. So a 650 and a 1430 are in the shop. So we've got one truck plugged into each. So that's where we're at right now. And we're not gonna have much more to say about that until the morning when we talk to Stan. So hopefully our discussion with him in the morning, we can get something rolling on getting these wall connectors possibly installed while we're here. But it sounds like they're even looking at some other bigger projects for this location from the Canadian government as well. So hopefully those are also in the works, where they could have a bigger charging solution longer term. So that's where we're at right now. Not exactly what I expected, but we're just so far behind at this point. It was bound to happen. So our first roadblock right here, but taking it in stride. We're lucky to be able to be charging right now, and we'll pick this up in the morning after we speak with Stan.
Really can't wait to get back on the road. Like you were saying, the spirits are really high. We're really feeling much refreshed, relaxed compared to the uncertainty, like you said, from yesterday. The trucks are doing really well. These vehicles are very capable. The only thing here right now is the infrastructure. That's it. I mean, we went through rough road that wasn't rough for the Cybertruck. Simple as that. I mean, it was just great. The scenery was incredible. We are all helping each other along the way, spotting each other, making sure that everybody's safe. And from my point of view, the main reason why I wanted to make sure that we can do this safely is that I've been craving this ride, this actual drive, for a very long time. And I almost can't believe that we are here. I know a lot of people have done it, you know, from bikers to joggers to, you know, gas cars and diesels and all these people. This is just another great adventure. We humans are always looking for new places, trying to discover new experiences. So I think in that spirit, we're doing really, really good, right? Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, it's been a great adventure. And just talking to Stan today, seeing his smile, his spirit about helping out and accepting us with open arms. It was great, and this is making it more fun.
Well, here we are in Eagle Plain. This is the oasis in the desert when it comes to coming up to the Arctic. And I am very pleased that we were able to work things out with Stan. Stan is very instrumental in this mission, and we are deeply appreciative of Stan and Carlos, his manager here. The hospitality has been great, the community has been great, and they were literally just waiting for us to bring the charger. We didn't actually know that this was sort of the missing puzzle to having all our answers to the problem. I am just really stoked about this, and you know, this is part of our journey, and we're electrifying the route up to the Arctic Ocean.
This is our friend Carlos de Argentina. De Mexico. Oh, pensé que era Argentina. I thought it was from Argentina. That's from Mexico. Sorry. Carlos, thank you so much. So we're leaving you this for you and Stan and the complex, so that others can leverage this connection to make the travels possible.
And you guys are going to make the travel possible. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for helping us electrify the Dempster. You are the gateway to the Arctic Ocean.
Yeah,
We can't thank you enough.
electrified gateway.
My man. This is so awesome.
Thank you.
Not a problem.
And Nancy also.
Aloha, Gar. Thank you so much for everything.
Yeah, absolutely. As I stand here with the majestic view we have behind me here at Eagle Plains, it just started to snow. I don't know if you can see it. It just literally started a moment ago. It's a drizzle. It's nothing significant yet, but it's cold, and it is snowing right now. We're doing something very special in here, getting ready for an epic and momentous occasion. How's it going, buddy?
Feeling really good at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do a little retrofit. Do not do this at home. I'm not a professional, I'm not an electrician. Please, this part is for entertainment purposes only. Do not do what we're doing. That said, what we're gonna do is set up a temporary solution with the wall connector that does work. It is safe for us. It is not necessarily safe for you. Please do not do this at home. That's the final disclosure about this. Okay, so we're gonna basically, this is a This is a 50 amp plug for a welder. And we're gonna basically remove this. It's set up here on a 60 amp run, 240 volts. So this is gonna allow us to get full charge, full maximum speed out of this wall connector, assuming everything is running smoothly. And I'm looking at the wires. I'm gonna have to look and make sure gauge is appropriate on these wires. Once I get this plug disassembled to make sure we don't overheat the wires that are going into the breaker. But the nice thing is it is a short run, so there's not a lot of room for this to have to go, which generates heat. So I'm gonna get working on that right now, and I am so excited that this is an opportunity, an option. Thank you, Stan. Thank you, Carlos, for allowing us to do this temporarily for the next couple of days, so that on our return journey, we got some pretty fast charging.
And the good thing about that is that this is temporary for now, but this wall connector that's here is gonna stay behind for others to be able to make this journey. It's gonna be installed outside permanently, and we can't wait to share the details of that more than once. Absolutely. So we're gonna get this going. Justin's beginning the work here. We're here with Gary also. Nancy's in the truck outside, and yes, just have to show this part because this is a historic moment. Although this one is temporary, this guy will eventually stay here at Eagle Plains. So the first official test of our Let's Leave Behind Power for the Next Travelers plug is gonna be right here. Temporary.
Only ones that are going to be using it like this.
Yeah, exactly. Right now, we're just leveraging the existing connection that's here. Don't do this at home. Let's flip the, hang on. Let's flip the breaker right there.
You ready?
Let's do it.
Give it a second. See if we get the blue light. Beep, beep, beep. Let it cycle, and it'll let us know if it's wired correctly.
It's going straight. We have energy, my friends.
Okay. Here's what we got to do. Yep, we're ready to go. Okay, here's what we need to do.
Yep.
I need you to go to the cab and watch the screen.
Okay, let's do that. So we're gonna check what the car is getting at right now with the current plug that we have. So you can see that it's 56 kilowatt, 24 amps.
5 kilowatts.
5 kilowatts, sorry, 24 amps.
And 200 volts.
And 200 volts. So let's unplug. With our new freshly minted connector. It's getting ready to charge. Calculating.
48 amps.
48 amps, baby.
Okay, that said 9 hours to charge.
It's
going to go.
went up to 9
We're
kilowatts.
going to get 12 kilowatts on this thing.
Temporarily
Almost
touching
12.
10.
Yeah, so 10 kilowatts, twice the speed. 4 hours. 4 hours, 50 minutes.
All right.
Versus 9 hours and whatever it was.
Yep.
Half the time.
Yep. So we did it. We got it going. Look at that beautiful thing. So this is the first time that Eagle Plains has had a Tesla Level 2 NACS port installed here, and while this one is temporarily connected right now, it's going to stay there for this week, and then we're gonna flip it back. It's going to be installed outside for others to use, and we got juice going in there, bro.
Dude, this is how amazing Tesla equipment is. It's just simple.
Yeah.
It just works. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the first successful level 2 charge in the Arctic North.
Well, right now we are about to leave Eagle Plains on the Cybertruck on the way to Inuvik and the Arctic Circle line. So come on in, enjoy the ride.
Well, as you can see from behind me, the first major stop along this route is the Arctic Circle. So we are at the Arctic Circle here in Canada on the Dempster Highway. 2 electric trucks where they say you can't take electric vehicles, which is pretty amazing. And as you can see, the view is just spectacular.
We have just arrived at the second ferry crossing during this trip towards Inuvik. The ferry is already transporting other vehicles to the other side. Here is the line. We have a van in the front and a truck down there. And then these 2 big rigs here. Justin's truck and my truck are here just waiting. Cars are pretty dirty. You can barely see the logos of our sponsor here. So let's see what the guys think. What you guys think about this drive so far?
This has been amazing. It's been nice, a lot less difficult than yesterday's drive. I think on average the road is better, but I wouldn't say it's significantly better. But we've been able to drive it at a higher speed without issue, which has been actually a nice change of pace. This is a beautiful river.
Yep, totally. Totally a nice river crossing here. I want to wait until we make it all the way, but to make it as a final statement, I'm gonna comment it for now, temporarily.
Don't say it. Just hold it in.
Hold it in?
Just hold it in.
Okay, I'm gonna hold this thought that I have in my head right now because there's been a lot of planning towards some difficulties, and we're doing great right now. Yeah. So maybe at the end of the road we can do a final assessment of this and just provide our full review of the trip one way. We still have to make it back.
I can't wait, man. We're so close.
Yep.
We could not have asked for things to go any smoother than they have to this point.
Absolutely. All right, so we're just gonna wait here for the ferry to come back and give us a ride.
79 miles to Inuvik. How does that make you feel?
Super. I can't wait. Yeah, it's gonna be basically the combination. The rest of the trip is really short after that. So
Justin has a milestone.
I hit 20,000 miles.
20,000 miles.
About 2010.
Nice. All right. Awesome.
Oh my God, we are putting so many miles on these things.
Oh yeah, I don't even want to look at my odometer right now. All right, guys, let's get back in the car and let's cross the river here. So we're here at the Inuvik's town-ish place, right? And great news is that we we just left one level 2 charger at one of the locations here, and we just met with one business owner, owns a hotel, and we're walking to it because they also want to install a level 2 charger at their place. So we're gonna switch hotels and stay in the place that is also going to be part of the electrification of the Dempster Highway towards the end of the road.
So as electricians on staff that may have chargers installed for when we come back from the Arctic Ocean, ready to roll.
Exactly. So It has turned out to be an incredible day.
It's just one thing after another.
Yeah,
today.
it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. The road was smooth. Maybe it's because of the suspension of Cybertruck or whatnot.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's gotta be that. And if not, they're doing a great job keeping it up to like specs.
I just like this was the last obstacle. Like, yeah, we still got to get to the Arctic Ocean, but like getting chargers in place is the promise of this project. And
It's just
here
incredible.
we are, dude.
Yeah, doing it the hard way,
Yes,
but the smart way.
that's right.
Yeah, so the entire team is here, stoked to no end, super glad that we're here.
Yes.
And we're just here to have some fun, and we have been blessed with the opportunity to also help others.
I think the right way to say it is now we can start having some fun,
Oh yeah,
because that was stressful
yep,
with coordinating with these businesses and the local towns, and it's been hard.
yep.
It's hard to do when you're not a big organization.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. So we'll see how everything goes, and we will provide more details when the final productions are deployed to the world. So it's gonna be fun.
We're here at Polar Tire in Inuvik in Northwest Territories, our second to last destination, but our last charging destination. And I could not be prouder of the moment we are in right now. We just did an official, celebratory handoff of a destination charger to the owner here at Polar Tire. And potentially the electrician's going to be here tomorrow, not today, but we are charging right now, and we're going to have a destination charger right here in Inuvik, and
Incredible. The best possible scenario that we could bump into it is where we are right now, and we are leaving something great behind for them, those of you that follow. The same deal like we did with the other connector. We left the insignia of our Arctic expedition, and we encourage other travelers to do the same thing with theirs, so that people can say we were here and others can say we want to go there.
yeah, it's a big moment, and it feels so damn good. It's
You gotta be proud, because what we're doing is gonna make a difference.
We came out here to not just show that it can be done, but to truly blaze a trail that you guys can follow too. This isn't just about us. This isn't just about the Cybertruck. This isn't just about the Dempster. This is about adventure and about enabling adventure, and that's what we set out to do. And as of today, I say we've done it. We still have to go another 80 some miles to the Arctic Ocean, but the big mission here, we did it.
Yep.
And this is for all EVs, not just Teslas, but yeah.
And team effort, because Gary, Nancy, we're all doing a little bit with this.
Yep.
It's been a long but yet very, very fun expedition, really.
The hard part is over. Swimming in the ocean is probably tomorrow. And Nancy gets to place one more celebratory sticker as we make our way to our final destination, the Arctic Ocean. But at this moment, we've electrified the Dempster.
We're here at Polar Tire and Loops, the place where we're charging at Inuvik, and we're finally about to leave to the Arctic Ocean. We're just finishing the charge. Maybe a few more minutes, but Nancy and I, Justin behind the camera there, Gary's around, and we've been driving since Florida for, in our case, for a few weeks, few months. Justin has been on the road for a little bit over a week, maybe.
2
Right?
weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks
Yeah.
on the road. And we're finally here with the city of Inuvik. And the hospitality that has been offered to us in this town has been incredible. It's one more place that we can check off our list we want to experience. We experienced local food, the local environment. The sun didn't go down before I fell asleep. It was almost midnight. The sun was still kind of shining outside. So that's why they call it the land of the midnight sun, I think. And I think we're ready to go to the water and maybe take a dip in the Arctic Ocean. A lot of people said that it's not possible, and we just proved that it is. We came here, we delivered the goods, and we're going back home happy, proud. The team is super excited.
Leaving a mark. Thank you to our amazing sponsors who made this all possible.
100%.
Not just a trip to the Arctic, but leaving a path for people to follow in their own EVs and make their own adventure.
We will soon disclose all the information, all the details, if it's not already. By the time that you see this, where all the connectors that we're leaving are going to be placed. I did it! I went into the Arctic Ocean. Oh my God, it's cold. I feel good. I did it.
It's just too cold. This is Erwin Elias, the mayor of Tuktoyaktuk. He's responsible for taking care of the future of his people. What cannot be ignored is the fact that storm surges continue to get worse every year, and in fact, the community is experiencing coastal erosion of up to 1 meter per year. Permafrost is thawing, there's flooding. The situation is not great. Last year, the Canadian federal government put aside $53 million to help reinforce the beaches in Tuktoyaktuk. But even with that support, Erwin says this will only slow down the erosion. But scientists tell him that Tuktoyaktuk will be gone in 30 years, which raises the obvious question. How do you even begin to preserve the culture of your people?
You know, when we hear about the water and everything that's going to cover the community, I don't know how you can ever preserve anything like that. But we're adaptable people too, right? I mean, we've been dealing with this for hundreds of years. Mind you, it's a totally different mindset today, way more modern and dealing. We don't just have tents anymore and we can up and leave and go put a tent somewhere else. The culture is something that's handed down from generation to generation. It's important for us today to try preserve that. We have so much land that in our area here, and anywhere we go is amazing for us, and we adapt to the areas. Specific location like Tuktoyaktuk, obviously, if it's covered with water, we can't do nothing. At the end of the day, though, I don't think it causes us to lose our culture, but there is sentimental ties to where we are today, and there's a reason why we're here today.
As Erwin took us around to meet locals and discover the beauty of this place, they continue to face unique, modern challenges, yet somehow they still are connected to the past. As we head south, having done what we set out to do, we feel pride. This was more than just an adventure. The Dempster and the Arctic North have a way of staying with you. It's as if the very soil you step on stays with you all the way home. Having driven the road, experienced the culture, achieved something truly great, we can't help but ask ourselves, was it worth it? And it was.